Now you can see here Rep. Nancy Mace walking out of the meeting with the Epstein survivors. I mean, she genuinely looked upset. I'm not trying to minimize that. I'm sure hearing the stories of these now grown women talking about what happened to them when they were just girls was quite upsetting. But in true Nancy Mace style, it didn't take long for her to respond to our reaction. Nancy Mace said, "Since it's already being reported, yes, I left the oversight briefing with Epstein victims early. As a recent survivor, not 2 years in, I had a very difficult time listening to their stories. Full blown panic attack, sweating, hyperventilating, shaking, I can't breathe. Wow, that sounds terrible. I feel the immense pain of how hard all victims are fighting for themselves because we know absolutely no one will fight for us. God bless all survivors." Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I personally have a really difficult time believing anybody who claims to be a victim like Nancy Mace when they voted for, work for, and support a literal adjudicated abuser and accused P to the O. Just a reminder, I actually have receipts. So just remember, they're going to tell you that the E. Jean Carroll jury said no, it wasn't the R word. But then the next question they answered yes to. So can you just ask them what the difference between number two and number one is for me? Thanks. So just to be clear, I really make a habit out of believing victims and women when they come forward, but I really, really struggle to believe a woman when they literally are looking down on other victims. And you couldn't even muster up the strength to sit through those women's stories. You should have sat there. And the reason you should have sat there, Nancy, is because you're part of the reason that they aren't getting the accountability and the closure that they want. Because you're supporting the person that is either withholding or really cleansing the files. So, I'm sorry. You're crying because you know that you're part of the problem. You're crying because you know that you're covering up for the person that is doing the things to the women that you just heard their stories. That's why you're upset. That's why you're crying. And now you're trying to throw the victim card not even an hour later. So, typical Nancy Mace. So, as always, much love, keep fighting, and I'll see y'all at work.